What's up YouTube, it's your boy ChasmRift here, and today we got ourselves a guide. This one's been heavily requested in the Discord, and I know just a lot of people in the Pokemon community are just finishing up their main story and they're looking to get into breeding. So this is a guide on how to breed for IVs. First things first, what are IVs? IVs are like genetics for Pokemon. Take this. A basketball player who is 6'7" will have an easier time playing offense, being able to shoot the ball without much trouble. They have an easier time dunking the ball as well. And defensively, they are taller and have a longer reach, so they can block shots and rebound missed shots much easier than someone who's 5'9". Plus they have an easier time picking up women too. All jokes aside, basically IVs for Pokemon, just like sports, can make them the best versions that Pokemon can be. The range for IVs is between 0 to 31, 0 being the lowest and 31 being the highest. For most Pokemon, you want their stats to beat 31 IVs for every important stat. Before we go any further, let's go over what we may need for this. First, it's highly recommended you beat the post game. You beat the post game, you unlock the battle tower. This is going to be pretty important for what we're going to be going down here if you want to keep this as convenient as possible. Secondly, we're going to need a destiny knot. You can find this at Hammerlock and you can purchase it for 10 BP. If you complete post game and you try the battle tower, you can easily acquire 10 BP. Another method is using the Pokemon pickup as their ability and try to find it, but the method could take longer since it's RNG based. The destiny knot will guarantee 5 of the 12 IVs from the two parents to be passed down to their offspring. So this item can guarantee that 90% of the process will be done if we do everything properly. Next, you want to go get the Overcharm. You go to Chichester, visit Hotel Iona, and you beat Morimoto in a battle and obtain it there. While you're at it, you might as well search for the other rooms to get the Catching Charm too. The Overcharm speeds up the odds of an egg being discovered in the nursery, so this is going to be pretty beneficial to speed up the process. Next, we're going to catch a Ditto. Ditto is the universal Pokemon for breeding. If you want a good long-term investment on breeding in this game, Ditto is the main Pokemon for it. You can obtain a Ditto in the wild, but the max rate battle Dittos are what we want. 4 to 5 star Ditto rates guarantee 4 IVs on a Ditto if caught. It can only be found in the rare/purple dens at this exact location north of the wild area daycare. If you fail to catch it, don't worry. As long as you save before the raid, you can just restart it as much as you want. If possible, I would recommend catching 2 Dittos, so if they are missing perfect IVs and certain stats, the other Ditto may compensate for it during the breeding process. Next, catch the Pokemon you want to breed. If they are in the wild, you can try to find their Brilliant Ore version, which is guaranteed to have 2 IVs and egg moves. You will know it is a Brilliant version by the glow displays. Downside is, this can take a while for some Pokemon. The other way is, just like the Ditto, and try to catch a max rate version of the Pokemon. This will take some time or cost a ton of witching pieces, but this option is crucial though for anybody who wanted to breed Pokemon with a hidden ability. They are only found on rare Pokemon this generation, and the only way for the offspring to have a hidden ability is if the parent breeding also has it. Or option 3, catch any regular one in the wild. This is where the completing post game is highly recommended. If you unlock the battle tower and win 6 battles, you will face Leon. Beat him and you will unlock the ability to check IVs. Just go to your PC, press the plus button, and you'll be able to see each status given a phrase next to them. Best means they have 31 IVs in that stat. This alone makes breeding much easier since you can identify their exact stats. It's recommended to using the marking system in the PC to mark the stats that are perfect just to keep tabs on the Pokemon. This is optional based on how Gen 8 works, but an Everstone is also useful. This can be found near Tough Field or paying the stamina digging duo to find it. The Everstone, this item, if it is held by a parent and breeding, will pass their nature down to offspring. So if the Pokemon you are breeding for has the right nature, this is useful. If you are just a total beginner to this process, it is okay. The new alternative is just buying mints at the battle tower. These will change the nature of the Pokemon, but this effect only works for battles. As in, if you give a mint to a careful nature Pokemon and turn them adamant, their stats and nature will be adamant in battle, but breeding, the offsprings will come out as careful nature. So for those who are beginners, just focus on the breeding for IVs, and nature and egg moves parts will come second. Finally, catch a flame body Pokemon. This will cut the time in half of hatching eggs. Not necessary, but it makes the grind faster. Alright, so we have everything prepared, now it's time for the start breeding. I assume you have the IV checker unlocked, so we will check out the Pokemon I will want to breed for this example. I have a Ditto with perfect HP, attack, defense, and speed for the IVs. I also have a Scraggy with its hidden ability and the nature I want. It has HP, attack, special defense, and speed as perfect stats. Since my Scraggy has a bad base stat for special attack, I do not need it for it to be perfect, since I will not use any special attacking moves with my future Scrafty. So the IVs I'm looking for are all checked out. Since I want my Scraggy to pass down its nature, I'll give it the Everstone and ditto the Destiny Knot. Go to the nursery, doesn't matter which one. I prefer the one on Route 5 because I don't have to worry too much about a random Pokemon running towards me. Next, just farm a batch of eggs. This gets pretty simple from this point. After the eggs hatch, check their IVs. If they have better IVs than the parents, just swap the parent and the item with the newly hatched Pokemon. Do this until you get the right combination of everything you're looking for. Then finally, the most important step, save the game. That is it, everybody. I hope this was pretty informative and pretty short for everybody. Short and sweet is how we like to roll over here for this guide. If you guys want any more advanced guides about passing on egg moves and the more advanced mechanics from breeding, let me know down below. Other than that, guys, I hope everybody enjoys this and I hope the breeding process goes well. It's like I said, long-term investment. Once you get past the rough edges of starting out, after this it gets way easier, and you'll see that with a potentially more advanced tutorial. Other than that, guys, I'm about to get out of here.